You're a long way from home and you can't sleep at night. Grab the telephone, 'cause something ain't right, and it is going on. I'm warning you, sister, you better watch your happy home. Evil is going on. Evil is going on. If you call him on the phone and he answers awfully slow, grab the first thing smoking if you have to hope out. And it's evil is going on. I'm warning you, sister, you better watch your happy home. Evil is going on. Evil is going on. Evil is going on. Evil is going on. If you make it to your house and you knock on the front door, run around the back and catch her before she goes, 'cause it's evil is going on. I'm warning you, sister, you better watch your happy home. Evil is going on. Evil is going on.
That's some smooth stuff. Love Is. Sunday Wilde and the One-Eyed Jacks. Man. Sunday is my awesome guest today. Hi, Sunday. Welcome. Come on board.
Hi.
Hi. And you know what? Sunday's from Ontario, Northern Ontario, Canada. But it's Thunder Bay. And if anybody here in the Milwaukee area, when I heard Thunder Bay, I'm like, go Bambi, go. And yes, it is.
Yep, that was news here too.
Laurentia Bambetic, I think it was something like that. But Bambi back in the 80s was she escaped in Wisconsin and she went to Thunder Bay. It was on America's Most Wanted and it was a big story. And as I'm talking this Sunday right here, putting this together, I'm like, oh my God, that's what we were talking about for quite a while. So
yeah, I know that was big news here when I was a kid.
Yeah,
big news.
Yeah. Small world, and that's so cool, the Humagoo, and be able to reach out to you. And, ABIK Promotions sent me your fabulous CD a little while back, and all of a sudden I started cranking it. And you went on tour in Canada.
Yeah.
Right? And tell us a little bit about your band and everything that you got going and what you were doing. And
well, I've been doing music for about 10 years, and the album you're playing some songs from is my 8th album.
Okay.
So I've been really busy doing lots of recording and writing the last 10 years and trying to do music. I mean, it's not easy to do it. The band that played on that album, they're from Thunder Bay here, so I'm lucky that they're, involved in my life to that, to that point where they want to spend their time doing music with me. Like I'm grateful, when people choose to take time away from their family and their other parts of their life to do stuff. It's awesome. And they didn't come down to Toronto with me. I went to Toronto last week and I played some shows down there. And so Toronto's the biggest place in Canada, and lots of bars and lots of venues. And it was so fun down there too. And since I moved to Thunder Bay, I moved here a year ago. I played about, 25 shows, some little festivals. And I'm continuing to do writing and stuff. So that's the things that I really like doing, recording and writing. Because it's so isolated up here, there's not lots of places to play, right?
Right.
So it's just a matter of doing as much as you can all the time.
And I saw a great video that you were playing last week when you were doing your Ontario area, Toronto, should I say? You are rocking on the keyboard. I mean, Sunday.
Yeah.
It is a fabulous fun time.
You mean the street piano? Piano. I went down to a big market down in Toronto, and one of my friends was there, and she's like, "There's a street piano over there." I'm like, "What?" Oh, but there was a fellow on the piano, and she said to the fellow, I didn't do it, my friend did, "This lady's from up north, and she's a great blues singer. Can you come back tomorrow and play? Because I want her to play." And he's like, "Oh, okay. No problem." And then, of course, once he heard one song, he's like, play some more. So she took some footage. It was fun. I love doing that because then all of a sudden you're meeting strangers, and playing music is about meeting people, and connecting with people. So that's the fun part.
That is amazing because that is what I saw. And I mean, everything's happening fast doing my show, playing the music. And I caught your video online and that you did that street music, should I say. You just kind of set up and it was great. It was so much fun. And I love that too.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason I do this show is, a fan of music and, seeing all that great camera that people do. I go follow them, fan of The Who, and when I go to see their shows, everybody's around. We hang out late night, everybody's buddies.
Yeah.
And the same thing with blues. I'm finding the same thing with all the blues artists I've been hearing and presenting on this show here. What a community that you people have. You're all together.
It's a nice close knit community, and we all help each other out. One of the fellows that was in one of my Toronto shows, he actually came to Thunder Bay on his Harley Davidson because he's doing a documentary on blues artists in Canada.
Yeah.
And then he came to one of my shows in Toronto, and he mentioned that same type of thing. Like the blues community is really tight. It's like a family.
And
it really is.
Worldwide. I've been blessed now through this show to talk to performers, A.G. Weinberger out in Hungary, Romania. Talked to those
Oh,
people.
wow.
The blues, yeah. Diana Rain
Wow.
played there, and AJ did too. And he
Oh,
was
yeah.
saying the blues, he spent time here in the States, how it is that reach of a group. It's such a, I don't know, it goes back years, the history of the blues and how everybody's part of
Oh,
it.
yeah, of course, of course. And even, I don't know if you've ever been to Memphis during the Blues Music Awards or the International Blues Competition. That happens in January. And I've gone down a couple times to hang out, and then I'm meeting all my like a bunch of my friends, like from other
Right.
places in the world.
Right, yeah. Through this show, all this blues music is new to me in the last year and a half, and I've talked to Bridget Purdy and Lawrence Lebo. We're both at those events live. They talked to
yes,
me on the show,
yes.
and I got to learn about it and how it works.
Oh, yeah.
And Dee Miller
It's
comes
like
from
you
Minnesota.
walk down the street and you'll look at somebody and go, "Hey, oh, hi," and give each other a big hug, saying, "It's so nice to finally meet you," and
Right.
then you're friends right away, right?
Right.
So
and that,
because of the music, it's almost, because the music. So I'm going to be going down in January with the drummer from the One Eyed Jacks, my friend Colin, and I'm going to be in the competition in January as a duo. So I won the competition, so that'll be in my Thunder Bay area, so that'll be fun too, just go back down and hang out.
wow, that's great stuff. And when you're there, we'll have to give you a buzz or give me a buzz, and we'll chat and see what's going on. And when I did learn about it, it's almost like a pit stop or a racing setup of music. Like a team. You set up